What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back again with another video, and today we are gonna be talking about Cosmic Crucible, and not defense, we are gonna be talking about offense. So I'm assuming you just watched my defense video, and now you're thinking to yourself, what the hell am I gonna have to attack with on offense? And I would love to show ya. So we have a lot of weapons. I mean, this is a question I get all the time, every single time I make a defense video, is I have at least 3 or 4 comments going, this defense is awesome. What do you even use on offense at this point? You don't have anything. And I'm like, yes, I do. I have plenty of things. I have plenty of things on offense, and I'd love to show you exactly what they are. So let's go over it. Let's talk about it together. But first, we're going to have a word from our sponsor. Interrupt this broadcast to bring you a very important message. Are you tired of playing your favorite game and not having anything to do? Are you tired of uninteresting and boring PvE content? Well, look no further and start playing Raid Shadow Legends. That's right. And the best part of it, your 4th favorite YouTuber has started making content on the game. That's right. Yours truly has a Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel. And yours truly also has a download link that I will ask you very nicely to go use because it supports the channel. And you absolutely should. This game is rife with things to do, and it's absolutely amazing. And guess what? It's not what you think. I have people telling me late game, guess what? They don't spend a dime, and they're super competitive because there is an absolute butt ton of skill expression in this game. There's a million things to do, a million reasons on why you should play Raid, and clicking that link below is a reason why. Because guess what? You get a free epic character in Zargala who does a butt ton of damage. That's right, we're talking about butt still. You also, at level 15, unlock Ugo, who is one of the best epic characters in the game. And then most importantly, within 24 hours of starting your account, you need to use code Supreme6 or Monkey King to get an absolutely insane legendary that will help you through your progress. So go now, do it. Download Raid Shadow Legends today. All right, we are talking about offense here. So first up, we're going to be talking about Odin, Illuminati, Emma. So this is going to be super easy. This is going to be a Black Knight. This is going to be a APOC. This is going to be the Mephisto comp that we all know and love. And Mephisto is just going to one-shot Odin, and this is going to get deleted pretty quickly. But this is contingent on having Mephisto on offense, right? So there are some other counters that can be used. Starjammers might still do okay into this room. I don't know, honestly. I might need to bring Mephisto back to offense to be able to take out a team like this. I'm not sure, honestly, but we have other options. So I still have 4-piece Astral, just in general, is super plug and play. 4-piece Astral is going to do really well into like room 3. I've seen Astral actually do well into 5 as well, but not the best because of the Old Man Logan here. I've also seen Astral do well into 6 as well, because Astral obviously stops the speed stat gain from Man-Thing here, but I do have Emma on defense here. So it'd be interesting to see how you can contend with this, but full Astral will do pretty well here and can take out this. We also have, let's see what else we've got. We've got Immortal X-Men. Let's see where Immortal X-Men can plug in. Immortal X-Men will absolutely destroy room 1. Immortal X-Men will destroy room 3. Immortal X-Men will destroy room 4 after a double sack because of the Mephisto here, which is why I have Mephisto here. Immortal X-Men can do pretty well in room number 5. The only problem is here. We do have Old Man Logan probably stopping the charges for your Storm unless your Cable is big enough and is a striker, so make sure that's happening. But also, you could have some potential issues still. Like your team might not do enough damage to take out Phoenix Force effectively enough, and if somebody gets tunneled down super quickly, you're gonna have some big problems, and that's really, really interesting. And what you could do here is, for defense, if you want to force somebody to use Immortal X-Men in 5, you could absolutely change your defense in 4 to like a Kahori instead of Mephisto here, because you know they're not going to have Immortal here as well. So that could be really, really interesting. to try out. I actually might end up doing that, but there's some options that you can use for Immortal X-Men. They would not do a good against my Room 6, but they could do okay in Room 6. The problem is they do not benefit from the speed up that they're getting from when Storm takes her first turn, and they're also not going to benefit from the slow that Storm is putting out turn 1 as well. So they're not going to do very well in Room 6, but they'll do well pretty much everywhere else here. They'll do well into pretty much anything in Room 2 that they normally counter. The room rules will not really affect them that much at all, honestly. So they'll still do great there. And, I don't know why I did that. Let's go here. So we've got Immortal. We also have Kahori just in general. Kahori is going to do absolutely great in Room 4 still, because she's going to potentially one-shot Mephistos before Mephistos take a turn. So there's always that. You do like an APOC Kahori counter here and try to kill the Mephisto before Mephisto takes a turn, which is absolutely a strategy I've seen people employ and something that could potentially happen. So maybe I'll throw in a double pre-taunt in here to stop that from happening and put Super Scroll somewhere else. You never know. So yeah, Kahori is just great. The rest of the Absolute members are just a supporting cast. So if you realize you don't need Kahori somewhere, you can absolutely just use full Absolute A-Force and just like roll a Room 3 here. Although Kahori doesn't do great into Room 3 because she takes a bunch of turns and she's essentially killing herself. So that's not the best. But Room 6, Kahori is absolutely useless, obviously, because of the room rules. Speed bar cannot be increased or decreased. So yeah, Kahori is still pretty good. Best in Room 4. But again, the full team can be good to take out, like a B tier team, maybe like Room 1. You could use that to take this out. But you might get caught off guard with Lady Deathstrike doing a lot of damage to you. So that could be pretty interesting. Let's see what we got next. So we talked about Kahori, we talked about Immortal, we talked about Shadow King and Astral. Yes, Starjammers. So Starjammers did get a stat buff. And I do think Starjammers are going to be pretty damn good with their stat bonus. I obviously have not tested them at all, so I don't know how well they're going to do. So I think they're going to still do pretty damn well, and they're going to do some really good things. So Starjammers will absolutely roll Room 1. I think Starjammers will struggle in 2 because the Havoc passive does not work because of the Emma. But if they do not have a pre-taunt in Room 2, I think you can end up one-shotting Odin here. Like if they do the Odin Null Illuminati, you can one-shot Odin here. Even with smaller Starjammers, I think the stat buff is going to bridge that gap to bigger ones like 5 red and stuff like that. So if you have a 4 red or a 3, I think you could still do it on Odin. They're also giving a lot of shards away for Howard and Havoc right now, so that's awesome. They'll absolutely roll Room 3. They will roll Room 4 as well. They'll actually stop the Mephisto here. So Room 4, they could absolutely one-shot this. And as I talk about it more, I might end up changing Room 4, but they can absolutely one-shot Room 4 as well, which will help out a bunch. They'll probably do really well into Room 5 as well. They'll stop that turn meter from Omega Red Phoenix Force, so he won't have that 20%, 40%, whatever turn meter it is on spawn because of Howard the Duck. So that'll be pretty interesting. They'll also stop the speed up from Nightcrawler as well. So that'll be interesting too. And then they'll do well into Room 6. So Scopely achieved what they wanted to achieve. They removed Room 1 and removed Room 4. And that was the rooms that Starjammers were going to get absolutely rolled in. So good on you, Scopely. You forced Starjammers to be good. So awesome. Really proud of you on that one. Super great. Thanks for making Crucible not fun again for this season. But whatever. All right, so we've talked about Starjammers now, so let's keep going down the line. Do Punisher and Elektra have any sort of plug-and-play ability? The long and short of it is, hell no. Absolutely not. They're too slow. They'll do a lot of damage, but they're way too slow to be useful. They're just not at all. Can Orcus be useful? Maybe on a cleanup, they could do something because Scientist Supreme puts a slow out there really quickly. So maybe Orcus can do okay. Room 3, they could do decently well into this. Room 1, they'll do okay, I guess, there. Do not use them in Room 6 as a cleanup at all because they don't get the turn meter for Scientist Supreme, so that's not fun at all. But they're an okay cleanup team. So we did Orcus. Let's go. What do we got next? We got APOC, obviously, plug and play. Going to be paired a lot to take out the Odin Illuminati teams with like Black Knight, Phoenix Force, combos like that. So obviously, doing normal things, right? We have APOC, plug and play. Stopping Safeguard in room 4 is going to be really big as well if you want to do like APOC Kahori, so you can take off that pre-taunt, get to that Mephisto just a little bit quicker. That's really cool as well. APOC's obviously good here because it's going to stop the Safeguard for the Phoenix Force team here. And for, I think, no, Gambit only gets Safeguard when he has Rogue as well. But also the APOC Punch is always going to be great. And then in room 6, he's not great at all because he doesn't benefit from the speed up he gets from his counterattack or his basic. He also is not going to get turn meter when he does his ultimate because of the room rules. So APOC in 6, not great at all. Definitely don't do that. So, but APOC's still a great character, still a very, very stern character. Black Knight, obviously going to be plug and play for a long time. He's going to be really good into any room where they're going fast. I think at room 1, he's going to be soloing that room, to be completely honest with you. I think that's going to be really funny to see, unless Lady Deathstrike just absolutely shreds him and Pav shreds him. But I don't know. I think he's going to end up soloing room 1. Room 3, he'll do well as well. Room 4, he'll be a good addition in here after a double sack, obviously, because Mephisto neuters him. Room 3, he'll do well. Room 5, he'll do well. But I think the problem is in room 5, what happens is Phoenix Force is going to have problems. And if you don't have another character that's chargeable with higher damage, Old Man Logan is going to neuter him as well. So that's going to be problematic. In room 6, he's just going to get deleted by Night Stalkers, I believe. But he is going to be pretty good in room 6 because he benefits from just not going fast at all. So that's going to be interesting. So Black Knight's still great to have on offense. I love having him on offense all the time. Let's see. We have Ultimus plug and play. We have Cabal as well. So Cabal is always going to be good. Like I said, I love having Ultimus, but like I said in my defense video, I might throw Ultimus in here over Gore. And taking off Mephisto here to make it so Ultimus ults a bunch in here because you have 2 less ability energy. So I think he ults every turn, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ultimus is on a 3-turn cooldown on his ult. Let's find out together, actually. Maybe it's a 4-turn cooldown, but it's really good. It's a super strong ultimate here. It's a 5-turn cooldown, actually. Wow, that's interesting. I thought it was a 4-turn cooldown. Never mind. I'm stupid. Disregard, but he could still be good in here because then I could use Null with Odin or with Gore, and that'll give Null more speed. Speaking of Null super good as well. Null's going to be good taking out Mephisto rooms, which, again, the more I talk about Mephisto and how many counters there are, the more I want to put him on offense. So there's that. But Null's going to be really good in taking out smaller teams as well, paired with like Hive Mind members. Obviously, I have Void Knight on defense here, but other Hive Mind members will benefit. Gore's going to be really good paired with him as well, especially taking out Revive teams because Gore is going to go really fast and take out those Revive teams, which is nice. We have Liberty as well. I forgot to talk about Liberty because war teams. Liberty is a really good cleanup team. And they could do some really, really good things. Honestly, they're a really stern and beefy team, and they do a lot of damage. So they could even take out Room 1 just because they're there. And that's going to help. And Pav going first here is actually going to help them out because then they're going to get speed up a lot quicker. And they'll most likely go right after Pav, and then they're going to do great things. So Liberty's still a pretty good team to throw in just because of their new stats are going to be really helpful. We also have Superior 6, which is always going to be a great team. Even pre-stats, they're absolutely insane. Superior 6 can roll Room 1. We have Superior 6 hybrids that do really well into Room 2. Superior 6 can delete Room 3. I don't know how they're going to do in Room 5, but they could actually do well in Room 5 with the Vulture in here and putting out slow on the Nightcrawler. But he's going to dodge that is the problem. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up turning out, but Superior 6 can do a lot of good things. The problem is you have nothing stopping turn meter. So as you go, you're just going to not be rewinding Old Man Logan, and he's just going to gain speed bar. And then Superior 6 in room 6, not good at all, because the turn meter they don't get from a Green Goblin Classic passive, and then they also don't benefit from the speed up you're potentially stealing with Vultures. So not great in room 6, but still a great team overall. Not a cleanup team at all. They are still an A-tier team, deleting some really good things. Let's see here. We still have Kang as plug and play with like Cabal and Ultimus, so that's really good as well. So a lot of options coming in here, and after we've talked about my offense options, I'm probably going to end up taking Mephisto off defense and probably putting like Ultimus in here and putting someone else that's not Mephisto. Maybe like a Kahori. Maybe I put Kahori in here, and we go from there and see what ends up happening. But I don't know. The problem is then Immortal just runs it over. So maybe I'll just put in something that could potentially help counter Immortal. But again, there's not a lot of things that counter Immortal X-Men very well. They're very good on offense when you can put them in a place you want to put them in. So yeah, but if I'm forcing Immortal into 5, then they're not going to be able to use Immortal into 4. So that'll be interesting. And it'll force them to use like Cabal in 5, and that's never a fun matchup at all. So that'll be interesting. That is something to think about. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know you guys, a lot of people have been asking to do an offense video as well. So those are my offense options, without just telling you how to just delete my defense. Because honestly, I don't know how to delete my own defense. That's why I like doing it. That's how I pick my defenses, because I don't know how to delete it. That's the fun thing. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think, how you guys are doing, and if you're excited for this round of Cosmic Crucible. Until next time, this has been Duelum. Later, MSFers.